friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video I am doing a collab with my dear friend, drag queen extraordinaire Wilma Fingerdo Review, and I will link her channel in my description box. She is just amazing, and I don't honestly remember exactly how I found Wilma's channel. Or did she find mine I don't know. But I'm telling you, the day that we found each other was a glorious day indeed. And we've done one other collab together, and it had been quite some time. And we decided we wanted to do another one. And Wilma, that sweetheart, she reached out to me and she said, "Are you getting the new LadybugGlow palettes that are being released in January's Ice Cream Beauty Box?" And I'm like, "No, I'm on a 1-year no-buy." So what did she do? She got me the palettes. I can't believe she did that. So awesome. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use both of these palettes together and then answer some questions about makeup and whatnot. Wilma's are a little different than mine. There's a few questions she's gonna answer about drag queen, drag makeup, and then she kind of tweaked the questions for me. And before I show you the palettes, let me just say that Wilma is one of the most talented makeup artists I have ever seen, can do things with makeup that not very many people can, and also has some of the most entertaining, fun, and awesome content here on the YouTube space. So if you have yet to go and subscribe to her channel, you better go do so, because you are going to love her. Okay, so let me show you the palettes. The first one is the Just Desserts palette. Of course, this says Ice Cream Beauty LadybugGlow, super cute outer packaging. And this is the color story. Now, we had talked about doing one palette on one eyelid and one palette on the other eyelid, but because I go to work, might be a little strange. So we're using these together. And then this is the Vampy Treat palette from Ice Cream Beauty LadybugGlow. Love. So what I'm gonna do, I'll show you the shades that I'm gonna use out of this palette, and then I'll show you the shades I'll use out of the other palette. So from this palette, I'm gonna use Wine and Vampy and maybe Yum, maybe. And then out of the Just Desserts palette, I'm gonna use this shade here called Sorbet and Cake. And Ganache, I think, is what I'm going to use. So kind of like a purpley, orangey, bluey type situation. And I know I just did an orange and purple look in my last video, but this is going to be different than that. This is going to be more purpley. And then, like I mentioned, we're going to be answering some questions. So I do have both eyelids primed in the Juvia's Place The Juvia's Place Prep Prime eyeshadow primer, and both my brows have some clear brow gel, the NYX Control Freak, in them. Okay, so starting off with the Just Desserts palette, Sorbet, I'm gonna put that in my transition areas and grab a brush first too. Okay, let me pull up the questions here too. Hold on just a moment. Okay, here we go. Number 1, when did you first fall in love with makeup? Well, I really fell in love with makeup in like 2018. I'd been wearing makeup prior to that, but not really. You know, just if I felt like I needed to spruce my face up a little bit, or maybe look more put together, or I don't know. I would wear minimal amounts of makeup. My face used to really not like foundation. I would break out with acne really bad. But I do think that a lot of that was because I wasn't doing very good skincare. You know, I just wasn't. I didn't care. I was like, oh, I wash my face whenever I want to. And it was usually never. So yeah, go to bed with a full face of makeup on when I would wear foundation, and then wake up with, you know, pimples and whatnot all over my face. So I would primarily just wear eyeshadow and eyeliner, mascara, a little bit of blush, and some lip product of some sort. That was it. But I don't know, 2018, my daughter got me a ColourPop palette, and I just fell in love with makeup at that point. I don't know why. I mean, I've been asked that by lots of people, and I don't know why. No idea why, but it's just what happened. So here I am, having a YouTube channel, and it's been this April, it'll be 4 years since I started my channel. Isn't that cool? Love it. And yeah, so I just fell in love with makeup in 2018, started buying a lot of makeup and experimenting and watching a ton of YouTube and learning how to do my makeup that way, and just love it. I love it. I'm so happy that I found this love for makeup. I really am thrilled about it because it's wonderful. Number 2, how did you learn application techniques? An outside source, or are you self-taught? I'm not self-taught. I mean, the way I do things is self-taught, sure, but like learning various techniques I learned from YouTube, the YouTuber way. Oh God, I know, so horrible that I learned the YouTuber way of doing makeup. Ugh. I could talk about that for days, but I'm not going to do that because I got to keep answering questions. So yeah, I learned from watching YouTube, and I also learned stuff from my daughter, and I guess that's really it. And really have loved learning from YouTube. Of course, I've learned things from YouTube that I didn't think worked for me, and so I didn't do anymore, or stopped doing, or never did, I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm a self-taught. I've learned things from watching makeup videos. And I mean, like I said, the way I do things is my own way of doing things, for sure. But definitely got the framework for what I do from watching YouTube. Number 3, what is your favorite part of the makeup application process? My eye looks, my eyeshadow. Love doing eye looks, you know, and it's really cool to see how I have changed my eye looks over time, how I've become more experimental. I would say sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes with eyeshadow colors together or textures or whatnot, and just how much better I have, not that I'm great at, but I will say I've improved quite dramatically since I first started putting eyeshadow on my eyelids, because I had no effing clue what I was doing. And, you know, just with practice, just like anything else, you get better at it. And so I look back at older pictures of myself and I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I doing? You know? And now, most often when I take pictures of my looks, I don't want to like light my phone on fire. So that's great, that I feel like I have increased my skill set a little bit and have gotten better at some aspects of makeup application, eye looks especially. Okay, I think I'm done, although I feel like that's very uneven, like I have more over, but as I continue to apply the eyeshadows, I'm thinking it'll get better. We'll see. So now I'm going into Vampy Treat, and I'm gonna go into Wine and put that in my crease, and I think just my crease. Number 4, when do you feel most confident, with or without makeup on? It all just depends. It just depends. I mean, I do feel really damn confident with makeup on, but I also feel confident without makeup on. Like I said, it just totally depends. And what does it depend on? That's a good question. I just ask myself that. I guess it depends on what I'm doing with my day, where I'm going. If I'm just sitting around at home, I don't necessarily feel like I need to have makeup on, you know, but I don't necessarily feel like I need to have makeup on when I leave the house either. I do like to have makeup on when I leave the house, but not always. Again, just totally dependent on, you know, how I'm feeling that day, if I have enough time to put makeup on, where I'm going, I don't know. So I don't know that I can really give you a straight answer on that one, because I think it just depends on my inner self, my mood, and just what I'm feeling. And makeup can definitely help lift my mood for sure, and my confidence level, absolutely. But I wouldn't say always that's the case, because sometimes I feel really confident without a stitch of makeup on my face. But I do feel like if I were to go out to do something important, I would really I prefer to have makeup on, because I do think it makes me feel more confident. It just makes me feel like I look more put together, really. And I really enjoy getting compliments about my makeup looks. I love that. That's really fun. And I don't always, but there's lots of times when I do. Like, for instance, I was bitching about that Jolie Beauty look, and I went to go get yarn when I got off work, and the lady at the counter was like, "Your makeup is incredible. Are you professional? Do you do other people's makeup?" And I'm like, "No, not really." And I said, but I do have a YouTube channel, which I don't ever really tell anybody that because I don't know why, I just don't. And she's like, oh my gosh, what's the name of your channel? I got to subscribe to your channel because I got to learn how to do my makeup like you. And she, I think she said she was 55. So anyway, I gave her my YouTube info, and I think she subscribed because I gained a subscriber that not long after. So that's kind of cool. And I hope that she gains a lot of help from my channel. And if you're here, hello, you were amazingly helpful at the yarn store. Mwah, thank you so much. And I'm making my son a blanket now with the yarn that I picked up. Okay, next question, which is a little bit different for me than it is for Wilma. Number 5, how did you first hear of LadybugGlow? So I first heard of LadybugGlow from watching another creator's video, which now I can't even remember who the heck it even was. And it was the very first palette that I saw, which was the LadybugGlow palette, which I'm pretty sure was her first release, right? Pretty sure, the self-titled palette. And I was like, ooh, wow, that's beautiful. And I really liked the look that the person put together. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And that looks really edgy. I know, looks horrible. So hold on. I'm gonna go into the sorbet shade and get this to calm down a little bit. And then I just started seeing LadybugGlow everywhere on Instagram. And I was like, huh, this looks like a really fun brand. You guys know me, I love indie brands. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this palette, or this brand. Now, I will say that the LadybugGlow palette initially intimidated me because it was a color story that I felt like I couldn't handle. You know, it was just really bright and vibrant. And for me, I was like, yeah. So then the Murky Waters palette came out. And I was like, oh, because it was like blues and greens. And I was like, oh. So I got that palette. I think actually, did I order? I'm trying to remember if I think I ordered the Murky Waters and the LadybugGlow palette at the same time. And they arrived, and I tried the Murky Waters palette first and just about fell off my chair. I was like, this brand is freaking amazing. I couldn't believe how good the shadows performed and how beautiful the shimmers were. And I thought, geez, like, why isn't everybody freaking out and using this brand? You know, I don't understand this. So I thought, well, I'm going to start shouting my praises for this brand off the nearest rooftops as often as I possibly can. And so then I don't know, I just started getting more of their palettes. And then what I thought was amazing was that I was on a no-buy, and it was my birthday, and the brand owner sent me the Everyday Sparkle palette for my birthday. And that just about, I mean, I couldn't believe it that she did that. Nobody'd ever done anything like that for me before. I was like, what? You know, this little old lady over here doing my makeup with this much talent. I'm not trying to be mean to myself, okay? I'm not, but I'm just saying in the scope of some of the creators here, I'm cleaning this off so I can go around and blend this a little bit better. Anyway, I just couldn't believe she did that. So yeah, I just started getting, I think I have all of her palettes now, and just decided like I'm gonna be a lifelong ride or die hard fan of LadybugGlow. Absolutely. And that's basically what I've done, is just, you know, fallen in love with the brand. Is there another question about? Oh yeah, I'll get into more detail here in just a minute because there's more questions. So now I want to go into, wait, what do I want to do? I'm going to go into Vampy, this shade right here, and put that in my, oh no, wait a second. Yes, I do want to go into Vampy because I'm going to put ganache on my lower lash line. Number 6, which is your favorite LadybugGlow palette? Wilma? That's a really tough question. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what my favorite LadybugGlow palette is. I love them all. I mean, these ones are really freaking nice too. Absolutely. I really love the Castle of Horror palette because of the vampy color story. You know, it's got really deep vampy shades. But, and I think they all go together really well, and they're just really fun. But I mean, I love the Pond Lily because it's got a really unique color story. Same with Galaxia Magica. Same exact, you know, not the same exact color story, but like same exact reasoning because it's just really unique. I love the Everyday Sparkle because it's the least thing from everyday because of the shimmers. Murky Waters, LadybugGlow. I mean, the Floresta, the Criatura, the Misteriosa quad, the ones that they did with Gourmand Girls. Although the El Camino from that, I would say, is probably my least favorite from LadybugGlow, just because the color story is not my fave. You know, just I'm not super talented when it comes to that color story. I'm like, just makes me a little nervous, but it's a gorgeous palette. So, you know, nothing against the palette itself. It's just, I look at it and go, what do I do? What do I do? I really like this Vampy shade. This is nice. I feel like the mattes in here are that kind of creamy consistency, you know? This is the kind of matte formula that I'm used to. The Jolie Beauty matte formula threw me for a freaking loop. It's just weird. I need to play with that palette again, but these mattes, I'm like, yes, this is where my heart belongs, is with these types of mattes. I mean, you can't see my skin through that at all. So, okay, the question is, what's my favorite LadybugGlow palette? Come on, Erica, get with it. I'm just going to go with the Castle of Horror. And they did that in collaboration with Blairdale MUA, who I love to pieces. And I will be filming with Blair's palette soon, too, the new one, the Midnight Haze. Yes. But yeah, Castle of Horror is pretty damn good. I have a fuzz on my face, I think. Okay, I'm just going to go around over here, too. Let's see, number 7. Do you wear any of your YouTube looks to work? Yeah. Every time I film, it's before work. I don't ever film on the weekends. So yes, I do wear my looks to work, and I have no problem with that. There have been a couple of times where I did take my look off. Yes, I will be honest. There's been 2 times that I took my look off, and I can't even remember now what looks they were, because I felt like they were a little much for work. Although nobody would ever say anything to me about my looks at work. I've never had anybody say like, oh, you shouldn't have worn that to work today. I get a lot of compliments. I'm pretty sure a good few of my coworkers follow me here, I think. I don't know. So yeah, I don't really care. Like, you know, I'll wear whatever I want to work. But like I said, there has just been a couple looks I thought, I don't know about these at work. And also there are times when I will take my lipstick off and not wear the lippy to work because the lippy's too dark or too bold or whatever. Just because, and I mean, you know, not that it is, maybe it's just all in my head, but you know, we have, I'm the office manager at a therapy clinic, and I don't know, I just don't always think that everybody's going to appreciate, you know, a black liquid lipstick, although I don't ever really wear black because I think it does not look well on most people. I think there's a certain person that can pull it off, and there's certain persons that can't. And I don't feel like I'm one of those people that really can. Tracy, Lilith Luna, she can definitely pull off a black lippy. Ooh. So yeah, sometimes like the darker purples or I'll take off. Okay, I got to start doing the shimmers, and I want to do, I want to go into this first. Yum. Put that down here. And then I'm going to put that orangey shade towards the front. Okay, let me find a brush. Number 8 is, would you ever consider plastic surgery, Botox, etc.? I used to always say no, I would never do that. But, you know, I might. Because as I'm aging, this part of my eye is like starting to fall onto my mobile lid. Oh, that's beautiful. And I don't know, I don't love that. You know, I don't love that because I feel like at some point it's going to be really hard for me to do my eye looks because they're just going to get swallowed up by my sagging skin up here. And I'm already seeing that happen, you know, and I have to like really bring my shimmers up much higher than I used to so that like you can see them, because when I, you know, have my eyes open, they're so hooded that you can't even really see the shimmer. You can only see like right here. And I'm not always very mindful of that because it's like I forget that that's what happens with my eyes. I don't know. It's so weird. But yeah, I honestly do think I would do some sort of plastic surgery procedure on my eyelids. I would be terrified because I have seen other people do that, like celebrities, and it looks horrible. Like, do you remember Kenny Rogers? He could barely shut his eyes after he had his surgery. I need to leave the damn palette open. I keep shutting it. I do that all the time. And I thought, oh, poor Kenny, you know, like how awful would that be? And I could just see that happening to myself. Oh boy. Botox, I don't know that I would do Botox. That stuff scares me. It really scares me. And I remember my mother-in-law having a Botox injection, and it freaked her out. She never did it again because she was like, hey, you know, it wears off or whatever, you know, it calmed down. But at first she was like, okay, I look like I can't make any emotions other than surprised. She didn't like that at all. And watching her go through that, I thought, yeah, no. I have heard people say they use Botox injections for migraine treatment. I don't know. And you know, I guess that is used for migraine treatment, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that like the people that will have it done for migraine treatment, all of a sudden their wrinkles are all gone. Like, I don't know, whatever. It's none of my damn business. I don't think I would do Botox, but I might do some type of eyelid lift or something. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I doubt that insurance pays for that. Here anyway, I doubt they do. And I don't have money to do that. So it's probably not really even worth talking about because I don't think I'd ever be able to afford it anyway. And, you know, honestly, if I had that type of money, I don't know that eyelid surgery would be what I would do. I'd probably do, you know, do something else with it. But you never know. I mean, I guess if it became like a health concern for me with my eyelids, like I couldn't see well or I don't know, something like that, then maybe. I don't know. I love that blue. That's so pretty, that purpley blue shimmer. That's gorgeous. I'm just trying to kind of pat that a little bit so it doesn't look quite so harsh right there, but I'll probably have to use the matte to fix that. Okay, I'm going to keep using this brush because it's amazing. And now I'm going to go into this shade here called Cake and put that towards the front. I just think this will be a really fun pop of color, the orangey stuff. Oh, so pretty. Okay, let's see. Number 9, what makeup technique are you wanting to master? What makeup technique am I wanting to master? I mean, ooh, yes. This is a little flaky. But I am so happy that I did this shade here because it's so different than the other shades and it's such a cool pop. I love it. Although this is not, there we go. I had a couple like chunks of it that were not doing anything but just sitting their butts right on my eyelid. I'm like, come on. And now it's moving. Yeah, that's really fun. I love that. Very different, but I do love it. I think it looks cool. Okay. Technique I want to master. I mean, any, really. I don't think I've ever mastered anything, really. I really, though, would like to master the halo eye. I really would. And Wilma has sent me some incredible, like, people doing a halo eye. I have something in my eye. Hold on. People creating halo eyes in a certain way. And she's like, try it. We need to both try it like this. Because I know she has said that she struggles with it, too. And I'm like, yeah. Absolutely. This looks like a great way to do it. Do I ever do it? No. So I apologize, Wilma. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. It's just, you know, I don't know. I sit down to do my makeup and that's the furthest thing from my mind. And I've also have convinced myself that I suck at it. So then I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that look or halo eye. I'm not doing it. But I really would like to get really good at it, you know. I think part of it too with halo eyes is I don't love the way the shape that it creates on my eye. I know that sounds really strange, but like what I like with my eye look is, I mean, kind of, is to like, not kind of, I love this. I just don't know that I mastered or, I don't know that I can get this desired effect is kind of like elongating it this way. With the halo eye, it's very round. And I just think it makes me look like doll eyes. And I don't know that that always looks good on me. I think it looks great on other people. Like I've seen other people do halo eyes and I'm like, damn, like Steph, Jan, Shawnee, lots of people. And I'm like, dang. And I think, well, I'm going to do that. And I just think, no, I'm not. So then I don't. But if I kept practicing, it would probably, I assume, would get better, right? Don't you think? But I just don't. I don't practice because I've convinced myself that I suck. And now what I'm going to do is go back into the Vampy Treat and go into Yum, the purpley shade with my finger. Look at that. And just kind of blop this here so that it's more cohesive with the orange, although they're very different shades. So I don't know how well I'm going to get these to mush together, but I might, well, no, I'm not. I was going to put maybe a different matte, or not matte, shimmer on too, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to try to make this work. And the last question is number 10. What makes makeup special to you? Oh, lots of things makes makeup special to me. It's just such a great form of self-care, in my opinion, and also such a great form of creativity in however you deem creativity. You know, that's what I just love about makeup. I'm gonna go back into this shade. Look at that. I just love that. You know, I love that it's a creative expression, but it's so unique to the individual. You know, like I've seen people do so many different things with makeup, and it's so fun to watch, whether it's super intricate, whether it's not, you know, whether it's multicolored, monochrome, monochromatic, neutral, colorful, I don't care. I just have seen people do some really awesome stuff with makeup. I'm going to go into Vampy and just try to get that shimmer edge down. It's just really fun to see what people do with it. And what I have always been a huge proponent of is doing what you want with your makeup and really believing that. You know, you often will hear people say, oh, do whatever you want with your makeup. And then if you really listen to what they're saying while they're filming their video, they're putting down other people for doing their makeup monochromatic or whatever, or neutral. And it's like, you know, who cares? Like if they're enjoying it and they like it and it looks good on them, and that's what your whole message for the first 20 minutes of your video is, to encourage somebody to do what they want and to wear it how they want, and then zip it and don't say that stupid stuff about, well, I don't like it. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. If somebody wants to wear pink eyeshadow in every single look they do, so what? If somebody doesn't ever want to touch a colorful palette and all they want to use are neutral palettes, so what? If somebody wants to use have the same color story in 15 different palettes, who gives a shit? It's their stuff, right? So I don't know. I'm getting off topic here. But what makes it special, and I'll just stick to the answering the damn question, is just that aspect of it, that it's very unique to the individual, and you're going to see each person do their own thing with it. It may look like someone else's, okay, but so what? It's still their creation. And I love that because it is a creation. It's a form of art, in my opinion. And also it's just, like I said, it's just a really great way to take care of yourself and kind of like check in with yourself and just sit in this chair in this room by myself, although you guys are here with me. Yes. And just enjoy it. That's what I love about it. That's what's super special to me about it. So, and also I have made such great friends through my YouTube channel, through makeup, and people who have become like family to me. And that's very special to me too, you know? Awesome. I mean, like these palettes, I wouldn't be playing with these right now if Wilma hadn't gotten them for me, you know? Just so cool. So cool. Okay, I'm going to go back around with this brush by itself one more time, or without anything on it, by itself. Well, how many brushes would I be using all at once? And just try to kind of blend that out a little bit on the outer edge, because I really don't want to use my e.l.f. contour palette if I can avoid it. But I'm telling you, if it doesn't look a certain way, I will do that. But okay. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. I feel like this might need a little bit more blending, and I do need to clean up the fallout, but I think this turned out really cool. I really like it. It's very different for me. So I'm gonna go do the rest of my face and I'll be back. So this is the finished look. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Another slam dunk success in both palettes from LadybugGlow. I know I did not use all the shades, but I will, okay, I will. And I'm thrilled that I put that orange kind of flippy funky shade towards the front of my lids. Okay, let me show you everything I have on my face, and then I'll review the eyeshadow palettes with you guys. So for my base products, no primer. I use the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in medium with the Maybelline New York Dream BB Fresh BB Cream in medium together. I have tried other combos, And this is the winner every time. I love it. And I did use my CoverGirl Clean Professional Loose Setting Powder in Translucent, of course. Bronzer, LYS No Limits Bronzer in Motivate. Yes. Blush, Blame It on the Blush from Made by Mitchell. I used 2 shades. I use this one here called Rosed. And I felt like that might be a little too pink, so I grabbed some of the Night and Right, put these both together, and I really like it. I think it's gorgeous. Upper lid liner, Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Felt Tip Liner in black. Mascara is the Sky High from Maybelline New York, of course. For my highlighter, I did use the Queen Nubia Cosmetics Loose Highlighter in Nightlife. And then on my lips, I used a lip icon from Beauty Moon Cosmetics in the shade M10. Love this. And this shade goes with so much eye stuff or, you know, makeup looks. It's just perfect. I love it. So now let's talk about the eyeshadows. I think that's all I used. Yes. Okay, starting off with the Just Desserts palette. I did pop Ganache on my lower lash lines. Loved it. And then I put Cone, this beautiful white iridescent flippy stuff, in my inner corners. Now I did use Sorbet also on my lower lash lines a little bit, and I used Cake for this look, and just stunning. This worked really well. It blended out beautifully, and this is just gorgeous. That orange and green flippiness that I think just looks so cool on the lids. And normally I would not have put this shade with purples at all, but I just wanted to do something different, and I thought that it turned out really cool, and I cannot wait to use the rest of the shades in here. Now let's talk about Vampy Treat. I used Wine, Vampy, and Yum out of this palette. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I kind of wish actually I'd used Nightfall in my inner corners, but I didn't. I'll do that in the next look. Everything worked well. These two were both super pigmented, super blendable. Everything worked really well together. And this shade Yum is just gorgeous. That purpley blue, very metallic stuff. Love. I just love LadybugGlow so much. I have never, ever, ever been disappointed in a LadybugGlow palette. El Camino is just trickier for me to use, but I'm not disappointed with it. Just thrilled that I discovered this brand, and I am so grateful and so thankful and so blessed that Wilma bought these 2 palettes for me and had them mailed to me. I mean, you know, really special, very special, and so special to do this collab with her. Again, I will link her channel in my description box. Go and subscribe, show her a ton of love and support. Watch this video, watch her other videos. She is super entertaining, super talented, and so kind and so loving and so wonderful to me. I am very lucky to call Wilma my friend, and just always want to be a huge support system for her, because she's been that for me. And even if she wasn't, I'd still be a huge support system for her. But I don't know, it's just really wonderful to have this unique, incredible bond that I have with Wilma. I'm a very lucky person. I'm really interested to see what she did with these palettes together and listen to her answers as well. It's going to be really fun. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I'd love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and of course, I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.